Днес в Cinema Confidential ние с Лазар ще си говорим с легендарния режисьор Жан-Жак Ано. Здравейте и добре дошли на територия на Cinema Confidential, където днес с Лазар се срещаме с легендарния режисьор Жан-Жак Ано, с който ще имаме удоволствието да си поговорим за любовта му към животните, за това защо обича да прави филми и как най-лесно се адаптира, какво всъщност запазва от една книга, за да я адаптира към екрана. Както и разбира се, ще си поговорим за някои от големите актьори, с които е работил и какво го прави щастлив в живота. Представяме ви Жан-Жак Ано. Той разказва истории със сърце и душа. Той е талант, работил с най-големите имена във филмовия бранш, като Шон Конъри, Брад Пит, Антонио Бандерас, Джуд Лоу, Ед Харис. Носител е на редица престижни награди, а дебютният му пълнометражен филм «Черно и бяло в цвят» печели Оскар за чуждоезичен филм през 1976 година. Следват заглавия като Мечката, Любовникът, Името на розата, 7 години в Тибет. Днес на 77 години режисьорът Жан-Жак Ано се смята за късметлия, който иска да продължава да предизвиква себе си.
Bonjour, monsieur Ано. C'est si agréable pour vous rencontrer.
Bravo, merci beaucoup pour votre conseil.
Nous pouvons faire l'interview en anglais.
Yes, of course, and we can.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. I'm at my Paris place and happy to talk to you.
I want to start with introducing you to somebody. Here is my favorite creature in the world.
Oh yes, lovely dog. Hello.
And I know that you love animals and you have worked with a lot of animals. You have worked with a bear, a wolf, falcon, tigers. How come? And isn't it really difficult to direct animals?
No, it's in a way easier than directing humans because you know right away what they think, and they have no agents. So it's well, some have, by the way, but. No, listen, I always had very good relationship with my actors in general, and definitely with animal actors. Basically it's the same. What you require from an actor is to display the sincerity of her or his heart. And if you put the actor, human or animal, in the right situation, they will click into their emotions and give you the proper performance. The pack of wolves I directed, the alpha male was sort of in love with me and would not start a day of shooting without a ceremony, a kissing ceremony, where he put his front legs on my shoulders and licked me for 10 minutes, which it's very long, 10 minutes, and it's very gooey. It's not like a dog, it's much more thick.
Yeah.
And at the end of the show, he became more and more intimate, and he reinvented the French kiss, which means that, with the tongue, and it's a very long tongue, I can promise. So it was moderately pleasant, I had to say, but it was very affectionate. Another time I had a very good relationship with the star of my film, The Bear. It was a huge bear of 800 kilos. One day I did a photo shoot with him, and he got upset because I was under him. He didn't understand what I was doing with my viewfinder. He jumped on me and tried to kill me, and I had to go to hospital twice a day for more than 2 months. So there's a variety of things. I've never been hurt by a human actor.
Yeah, Brad Pitt didn't try to French kiss you, I'm sure.
No. He's an angel. He's absolutely an adorable man, and we spent more than a year together, and it was just every day was a perfect moment on set. It was gracious. It was. I took him very high location. It was sometimes very cold. He had to wait very long time to have all the snow machine working and all that. Never complained once. When actors do not doubt about their talent, and it takes a long time. Usually, young actors are not sure. They're even less sure when they become successful, because they say, I'm not any better. Why is it that I'm a star? And I remember having this conversation with Brad. In those days, he was on the way up. He was not at the top. And he didn't know. Well, I knew why, because he has an incredible charisma, and he's beautiful to look at, and he's charming, and his heart transpires on his face. So that's the reality of the character, and this is something he will have all his life, because this is the way is manufactured, I would say. When you're at the top, the only way out is to go down. Staying at the top is quite complicated, it's becoming crowded up there.
Yeah, I bet. Oh, but filmmaking is about telling stories, and you tell a lot of different stories. Your movies are so diverse from one another. Why? What is your approach to a story? Why, for example, let's start with your latest one, The Truth About the Harry Quebert Affair, which I love. I love the book, and I love the series as well.
Thank you.
Really wonderful. Why did you like Joel Dicker's story?
Well, I feel that it's very dangerous to repeat oneself. So I fear to be in a category. What's important is to rediscover yourself, and also to have a variety of pleasure. It's like eating the same dish every day, or going to a variety of restaurant to try Bulgarian cuisine, and then Russian, and then Italian. So this is more my style, and I have to even shake up myself. And for instance, on Harry Quebert, I knew for the last 20 years almost that television was going to be maybe more important than films in one day. And those days are coming. I am still, working on a big movie for IMAX style of cinema. I love the great screen, the large screen, but I felt television was worth exploring. And then I happened to read Harry Quebert, and I met Joel Dicker. He had many, many offers, almost 100. He has 98, I think. And he decided to go with me. The charm of his novel, it's so intricate. You're thinking, oh, this guy is the culprit. Oh, no, that's the murderer. Oh, no, that can't be, etc., etc. If you have only 2 hours, the charm is gone. But therefore, I like to challenge myself, because, for instance, when I did Enemy at the Gates, called Stalingrad in some places, it was my first war movie. I had done the War of Fire, Quest for Fire, which was a sort of war, but I wanted to try, to have this challenge, and by doing so, I feel that I'm learning other directing tricks or other aspects of life that I would not have experienced without that diversity. Wonderful lessons for me to understand humans, and what is so common in humans, it's the animal part. We still, like animals, we fight for survival. We are in competition to get the best sex partner. Yeah. So food, get the best, enough food, and the sexual. But if you look at the story of the world,
that you can compare the Harry Quebert story with The Lover, because we have young girl, much older man, love story. Is there something that you can find there in comparison? And also, do you think that today, in today's world where everything is so politically correct and we have movements like Me Too, do you think that you could have done The Lover today with the scenes that you have in that movie?
No, you know, we are going straight into a tunnel in terms of creativity. Right now you have committees that are judging the political correctness of the screenplay. Those rules are terrifying. And it is anti-creation, and it will lead to a very bleak period in terms of the movie you will be able to see. And this is why, you know, you have, what is amazing today is you cannot show sincere love if it doesn't follow those rules. But you can chop the heads of any enemy you want. You can blow their head there. You can blow babies. There's no problem.
I was a refugee all of my life. I did what I have to do. Now I got a second chance. Ich feel good sign.
This one isn't for you. Not yet.
You, as a chairman of the CineLibri Film Festival this year, what was the thing that drew you to Berlin Alexanderplatz to choose it as a winner?
Well, you know, it's first of all, it's a festival about adaptation.
You know a lot about adaptations.
Yes, well, yes, several of those.
Hi.
My wife saying hello. No, you know, listen, it's a great book and it's a great film. So it has been voted the film that deserves to be to have this award.
You've adapted some amazing books to the screen, but what is key for you as a filmmaker to keep from the original?
Well, you know, I have a simple rule. I want to share with others, with people especially who didn't read the book. I want to show them what I felt. And of course, I am not saying my film is exactly like the book. No, you know, Umberto Eco, who wrote The Name of the Rose, was often telling me, don't listen to the idiots that are going to tell you that the book is not the film is not the book. Of course it's not. The only betrayal you may do is to betray your own feeling. You know, with Marguerite Duras, it was tough. She wrote The Lover, and she realized that I knew things of the reality, and she was of what really happened, and I swore to myself and to her that I'll never reveal. And I said, I'm interested with what I perceive from your novel. I don't give a shit about your life. It's not my job. I had emotions. I'm passionate about what you're telling on the page, and I'm going to transcribe through my own eyes and my own sensitivity.
Sangha is not dangerous, nor is Kumar.
They're just trying to find their way back.
We will stay in the jungle forever.
The tigers, Kumal and Sangha, are two brothers.
Music is very special to you in order to create a scene, to create a story. Tell me a little bit more about that. How do you go with music? You've worked with John Williams, you've worked with a lot of big composers.
My belief is that the film started with silent images. Therefore, I feel that my work is to be a painter of moving images which are glued to each other, and that sequence of images tells a story. But by saying so, I'm also saying it has to have a specific rhythm. And the music is the same image.
And what makes you happy in life? What makes you happy?
life, life. But no, I've been very, incredibly lucky, because since film school, well, first of all, when I was a kid, I wanted to go to film school. When I was 7, I got my diplomas when I was 19 and a half, and I never stopped. It's a life that was so fulfilling, so diverse also, and in such a freedom that sometimes I have to understand, is it true that that happened to me? My rule is to say no.
It's a very good thing to be able to say no in life.
But even my wife that you briefly saw, she laughs, because she would say, "Do you want to go to a restaurant tonight?" I said no. Then I think, and I say, yeah. So you can say, yeah. After all, I thought yes. But if you say yes, then you're trapped.
Yeah. I just want to teach you something very brief in Bulgarian, and I want to teach you how to say "be healthy." Бъдете здрави.
Бъдете davi.
Hey! Thank you very much.
Soyez en bonne santé et à bientôt.
Yeah, merci beaucoup.
Merci, mademoiselle.
Au
Merci.
revoir.
Au revoir.
Bye bye.